Sword Art Online is now considered to be a huge step for anime within the mainstream, and we are now living in an age where people are saying Sword Art Online got me into anime, and I think that's an amazing thing. But since Sword Art Online Season 2 finished in fall of 2014, one question has been on many people's minds. Will there be a Season 3? So I've put on my checkered hat, smoked my pipe and called up Jude Law, and now I can tell you that not only will there be a third season of Sword Art Online, but I have even found its trailer. Yes, actual video footage. Stick around for the reveal exclusive to the Canepa Effect. So let's get down to the raw basis of this investigation. The anime of Sword Art Online is usually based on light novels. For example, the first half of Sword Art Online 2, set in Gun Gale Online, was based on the book Sword Art Online Phantom Bullet. In terms of adaptation, the next story they will need to cover is the Alicization saga that currently involves 7 novels. For reference, the Fairy Dance arc taking place in Alfheim Online is only 1 volume, and that was adapted into a total of 11 episodes. So you can probably imagine the hell Dengeki Sword Art Online's publisher was in trying to pitch such a long saga for adaptation. They say money speaks louder than words, but this is certainly a challenge for any animation studio to take on such a long series. As well as that, the Alicization story does not actually relate to the previous series at all, with Kirito being the only remaining character. Goodbye Asuna, goodbye Sinon, goodbye Lisbeth, goodbye Token Lolly, goodbye Sugaha, goodbye Oh yeah. So what's the best way to approach a situation like this? To make a brand new original series based on what was popular about the anime thus far. So Dengeki set out to pitch a brand new shorter series based on the fan service in Sword Art Online. After seeing the sheer quantity of erotic fanfiction, independent manga and body pillows, it was clear to author Reki Kawahara that he needed to write something more along these lines. And let's be honest, he's well aware of this since he ended up writing his own erotic fanfiction, Chapter 16.5. From my contacts within the industry, I've found out that as soon as Kawahara finished writing this new novel, he travelled along with his publishers at Dengeki Bunko to the A1 Pictures studio in Suginami, Tokyo, to pitch it to the team that made the original 2 seasons. But my good friend Kiyoshi Takano, the CEO of Dengeki, called me up a while back and told me that he was watching the Anime Galaxy Awards on his phone during the trip, and after seeing that Studio Mappa won the award of Best Studio of 2014 for their work on Zankyo no Taira and Shingeki no Bahamut, he had a change of heart and instead visited Mappa, which just so happened to be quite close to their original destination. Mappa immediately accepted their offer and started work on a series to be released in spring of 2015. Now I do have some more details that I can share with you before I show you the trailer I've been given. So every season of Sword Art Online thus far has featured a brand new weapon. The first season featured swords, and the second feature was more about guns. Now with such a high strength stat from his years of being stuck in the world of Aincrad, he's going for an all-out fighting style, now using punches. After emailing the director Uemura for months and months and months, he finally gave me some information about how he would be naming the series. He told me that he was originally planning on calling it Punch Art Online to fit in with Kirito's new weapon choice, but he felt that a shorter name would probably resonate with more people, and in the wake of the internet age where everything is shorter, he shortened it down to Punchline. I'm sure you'll agree that this is much more catchy. So without further ado, here is the trailer I have been given for Sword Art Online Season 3, formerly known as Punchline, produced by Studio Mappa. So here we can see Kirito has gotten a bit of a redesign, not as drastic as the previous season, but a new style nonetheless. And it seems like they've kept in some of the aesthetics with some technical looking graphics. I'm also really liking these new characters and their designs. And here's the meat of it. Yes, it looks like Kirito is out to stare at girls' underwear, using some of his newfound powers. Now Uemura saw the sweeping popularity of shows like Love Live and Infinite Stratos and told me that he wants the audience to start choosing the best girl early on so we can get some more riveting discussion going. Personally, I just think he wants to start a war in the anime community, but regardless, I am now gathering recruits for the army of Ito Hikyotani. Will you stand with me against the Mikatan Blight? But with all that said and done, I'm sure you're looking for a bit more evidence, maybe something a little more concrete. Well, Log Horizon, a series that holds a very similar video game fantasy setting to Sword Art Online, actually references the creation of Punch Art Online in its opening. The staff of Log Horizon is ready for Punchline, and I hope you are as well. It's looking to be a great series. Thank you for watching The Caniper Effect, where pigs fly, fish drown, and Sword Art Online Season 3 is called Punchline. Subscribe for more.